Good evening and welcome to the Bloomington Ice Garden, home of the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars. Tonight's hockey game will be featuring those two teams. They've come together for the last 20 years and brought great hockey to Bloomington. And once again tonight we're going to have a great rivalry between these two schools in our hometown of Bloomington. Tonight I've got two announcers with me. I've got Nathan Hultgren and Jesse Hall, and they're joining me. My name is Mark Hultgren, and we'll bring you the play-by-play in color of tonight's hockey game. But first of all, I'm going to ask Nathan a few questions about the Jefferson hockey team and maybe a few of the things we should look forward to seeing in them tonight.
Yeah, the Jaguars lost their #1 ranking earlier this week to Blaine High School, and they lost 3-2. They're now second in state, next to Elk River. Joe Bianchi is the leading scorer on the team with 14 goals and 14 assists, along with Mike Crowley, Mark Parrish. They're all the high scorers in the league right now.
All right, that's a little bit about the Jefferson hockey team we're going to see. They should be flying high coming off that loss. I'm sure they're going to want to turn the corner on that one. And now a little bit from the Kennedy hockey team. We're going to ask Jesse maybe a few things about that team and who we should look forward to watching tonight.
Well, it should be a good game tonight. Matt Parent on defense. We got Nate Slindy in goal. Justin Arnold, number 30, coming up big. Right now, Kennedy's on unrated, but they should, anything can happen tonight. A lot of pressure going between them. You never know. They can come up big tonight.
All right. We're going to be right back after we get the national anthem. We'll start of tonight's hockey game from the Bloomington Ice Garden. Stay tuned to BEC, the station of champions. We'll be right back.
My hero, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin Costner, Mr. Wong.
These are teachers. But to the kids they've reached, they're heroes.
My hero, Mrs. Wooten.
If I don't get through to that child, who knows, maybe no one else will.
Teachers have the power to wake up young minds, to be heroes, to make a difference. Reach for that power. Teach. Find out how by calling 1-800-45-TEACH. Be a teacher. Be a hero.
Good evening. Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Gardens. My name is Mark Hultgren, and on board with me tonight is Nathan Hultgren and Jesse Hall. The fearsome threesome will take on tonight's game between the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars and the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. Nathan, welcome up to the booth.
Thank you very much.
I'll tell you what, we're going to have Nathan up here for the first period. We'll be alternating back and forth. We'll try to give you some up-to-date stats and keep you well informed of what's happening here on our Battle of Bloomington for the right to say you're the champion so far this year. Obviously, it can go back and forth throughout the course of the year. A lot of times they end up playing 3 times, but the first time is normally the biggest. Nathan, maybe you can give me a rundown in the lineups for the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars.
The Jefferson Jaguars are starting Mike Crowley, a highly ranked defenseman in the state, along with 21 Mark Parrish. Jeff Heel is in goal for the Jefferson Jaguars. Ryan Maxson, Joe Bianchi, Mike Anderson are also starting.
Alrighty, and now the lineups for the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. Starting in goal, number 30, Justin Arnold. On defense, number 5, Matt Parent. Also on defense, number 13, Joe Abram. Starting at center, number 10, Corey Miller and his wings. Number 17, John Kurtz. And number 18, Jared Anderson. Kennedy in the white uniforms at the left of your screen. And Jefferson in their baby blues on your right. Face-off won by Kennedy, taken by Abram, and it's dumped deep into the Kennedy zone. It'll be Ben Clymer, the sophomore superstar for Jefferson, going back to clear the zone and tap it up. Clymer had a great opportunity to get a spot in the lineup after playing forward most of his life. Has moved up into that varsity lineup and done a great job. Not only that, he's starting tonight against the Eagles. Quick shot there from Clymer to hold it in the zone. He's paired out there with Crowley on defense. Miller going down at Crowley. Miller has him on the outside, but Crowley does a nice job to hold him off, and Miller taps it deep into the zone where Clymer will try a partner pass back and let the Jaguars go back up the other way. Jefferson will lead the rush by Mark Parrish, who flips it in. Gets hit slightly there by Kurtzy through the neutral zone. Quick outlet pass taken by Kirk Hansen. Nice forechecking there on the forward there by number 11, Eon Peterson. Peterson, one of the captains. As they tap it back into the neutral zone. Held in neatly there and started back the other way. Nice give and go. It's C.N. Peterson. Hard shot. Justin Arnold. Puck goes! Puck came in and top.
Jefferson takes a quick lead, which gets the momentum going for him.
As Jefferson got a good opportunity in there in front. The first one came down. Nice little drop pass at the blue line. It was picked back up and dropped off. As you take a look at the replay, nice pass. It bounces up in front. Arnold couldn't handle it, and sure enough, right in the spot was number 8, Mike Skoglund. The senior winger bounced all over that puck, and he picked it up and was all set. Skoglund coming up with the goal. Also on the play off to the side, penalty to number 12 for Kennedy, Brian DeWeese, as he's going to go off 2-minute penalty. I don't know if it was before the goal or after the goal, but once again, Kennedy finds themselves getting into penalty trouble here early. Not only giving up a goal, but they put themselves shorthanded immediately afterwards. And it's Mark Parrish that'll start it out for the power play unit for Jefferson. Nice outlet pass up the middle, tried to flip it all the way out, and does so is number 16, Chad Hendrickson. Parrish has it at the half boards. Bianchi steps in after it deep in the corner and taps it behind. Man wide open on the far side. He picks it up, puts it out is Toby Peterson. Another quick shot, nice tip in front there by Parrish, but he was unable to get it past the goalie Arnold, and it's flipped all the way down neatly by number 11, Nate Slindy for the Eagles. Quick breakout pass, and it's Bianchi back the other way. He tries to walk on the outside, unable to get around the defenseman Joe Ibram, and a nice job by the Eagles to throw it all the way down.
Penalty coming up on
interference
Jefferson.
there. Heavy hit put on by number 7, Mike Anderson, as he knocked down the hard charge of number 18, Jared Anderson.
Jefferson.
Take a look at the replay. You can see Anderson going as hard as he can, stepping in front of him there and knocking him off. He is number 7, Mike Anderson. Jared Anderson falls down into the corner, and the penalty is called interference, and both teams will skate 4-on-4.
Jefferson had a big chance to take a 2-0 lead, but give it up by getting a penalty.
All right, dump back into the neutral zone there. Skoglund, 4-on-4 hockey. Man wide open up the middle. He falls down and fires it all the way deep into the corners. Eon Peterson. Skoglund back to the point. Crowley taps it right back to him. Parent flips it up into the cage. Deflected off the stick of Peterson. Couple of early chances there for the Jaguars. Get a good look there at the Kennedy dance line. They're on board here tonight with us as this is a Kennedy home game. We've got an entire band from Kennedy and dance line. They played the national anthem for us tonight. The band is here tonight, and they're led by Mr. Fronte, band director. Puck loose behind the corner there, picked up by Corey Miller. Miller leads it up the rush to the outside, right back on his stick, and he'll take it in by himself. We got a 3-on-3. Big shot, butterflies. He tried to catch a rolling puck there, unable to get a hard shot off. And it's taken behind the net there by number 5, Mike Crowley, and he'll lead the rush and give it right up the boards to Skoglund. Offside play. We're going to have a face-off just outside the blue line on the Kennedy side, just in front of their bench. As both teams will send a few different players out, maybe make a few exchanges. And we have 17 seconds remaining in the first penalty to number 12, Brian DeWeese, after the goal that put Jefferson up 1-0. Nathan, typical crowd here, huh?
Yeah. Pretty big crowd here. A lot of people like this rivalry.
Jesse, did you get any updates on that first goal? Who had the goal or the assist on that one?
I was still waiting. I'm still waiting out who just got it. But so far, it's been a great game. The crowd seems to be not quite into it yet. What do you think about that?
A little quiet on both sides so far.
think they're both hesitating with a quick goal, but nobody's sure what the outcome could be.
Face off now deep inside the Jefferson zone. Held at the point there. Quick shot. Great save there by Heil. Stepped out. Nice.
Heil, one of the top-rated goalies in the conference right now. Playing pretty good.
Definitely had the angle on that one as he stepped out. Went down into a V drop and took it right. Nice camera angle there from the side. John Kurtz loses the draw, and it's held behind by Justin Arnold. Kennedy now full strength. Mark Parrish and Joey Bianchi out to kill the penalty off. Kennedy will swing into their power play setup. Miller has it, puts it on the stick of Kurtz. He's got Anderson with him. He goes to the outside, trying to wheel around to the backside. Tries to jam, falls off to the backside though, so he's unable to pick it up, and it's thrown all the way down by the defenseman there for Jefferson, number 14, Josh DeWolf.
Jefferson is a very good power kill. Not many teams scoring him on the power play.
And it looks like they're totally controlling it so far with just 16 seconds left in the penalty opportunity. Quick tap up the middle. Wide wing pass to Miller. Miller stops and starts. Tries to shoot at the goal, but it's deflected. Puck still lays loose. Parrish has it and flips it up the middle. Parents back out there. Out there along with number 11, Nate Slindy. Jefferson ball back at full strength. They'll send it deep, and chasing after it is Luke Murray. Putting a hard check on behind. A little outlet pass there. Probably have to go all the way back, and he'll have one man on him. Number 15, Tony Arndt for Kennedy. As they chase him behind, he beats three men, comes out of the zone and tries to slide it up, but just off the stick on number 16, Murray.
As I said earlier, Mike Crowley, one of the #1 ranked defensemen in the nation right now.
Crowley, number 5 for the Jefferson team, as you take a look at assistant coach Thane Benix. Graduate of Kennedy in 1987. Was a goaltender for the state championship Kennedy Eagles. Now back as a assistant hockey coach with Jay Johnson. Slindy, nice job of setting it up. Picked up there by Crowley. Crowley walks down, he gets tripped.
Penalty called on the play.
Crowley tried to step into the inside, line himself up for that one. He was pulled down.
Crowley showing what he can do.
Take a look at that replay. You can see Hansen goes after it, kind of chopped at his stick and caught his skate at the same time. Not very much room there, as Crowley kind of took a dive on that one. He might have lost to his front edge on that one, but he didn't look like Kirk Hansen was trying to pull his skates out. Morris just going for the stick as he slid across and tried to get some lateral play there off the blue line. Man wide open in front. They're unable to get the puck, and Luis flips it all the way down. Luis is out there killing the penalty along with number 14, Steve Steinhoffson.
Big hit by Kennedy there. The number 14, Steve Steinhoff. Score!
Shot in the goal. Shot in the goal. Great pass, Mike Crowley. Slid it over to the half boards there and posted right at the side of the net. With a perfect opportunity was number 10, Toby Peterson, a freshman. Peterson in great position. Crowley did the job, took a big heavy hit at the blue line. As you take a look at the replay, you can see the puck goes deep into the corner. He takes it and fires it all the way back to the middle, and it's tried to clear by DeWeese. DeWeese puts it right in the glove. Crowley slides it over to Peterson. He fires the top shelf. 2-0 Jefferson.
Peterson was also a great future in hockey. He's a real good player. I heard he broke a record of Wayne Gretzky as a squirt, scoring the most goals in 2 games tournament.
Oh, right out of the air. Here we go back the other way. Ian Peterson. Quick shot, quick rebound off one pipe after the rebound. Kennedy's can't leave that man go wide to the outside. Slendy fires it all the way back around, and it's number 14, Steinhoffson, that's going to try to hold his own there, but it's a heavy hit back the other way. Man wide open in front, puck still lays loose. 3 Kennedy players, and it's Corey Miller that comes out with the puck.
So far, it's been a hard-hitting game. Usually is
players
between
that are on the far side. Back the other way, number 14, Josh DeWolf. He'll fire it down. They'll go off for a wholesale line change as Kennedy has a lot of room back the other way. Miller puts it on the stick and slides it right through as he gets hit at the same time by Derek Hamill. Nice outlet pass there, give and go, a little touch by Murray. As he got it from Crowley, back to the other side. Crowley was breaking through. Nice play. Kennedy had 2 men coming through the outside. A perfect opportunity as they tried to slip into the middle, but it was Hale, Jeff Hale, that came up with the big save and covered up for a whistle at his right side with 7 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first period. As you take a look at the replay, you can see the man goes to the outside. He's coming down, and as he gets towards the blue line for Jefferson, he slides it across and pops it on the stick of his partner. He steps to the middle and gets hit, and the puck lays loose right into Jeff Hale's glove. Back the other way now. Little blue line action stepped up there. Pass back the other way is number 4, Chris Dawn. Dawn out there on the line with number 6, Mike Gore, and also number 15, Tony Arndt. Fired up, tapped off by Clymer. Man loose is picking it up now as Parent. Parent comes down to the outside. Quick shot. And the net was knocked off its moorings. So we have a whistle and a timeout as we take a look at Tony Arndt. He readjusts himself after that heavy hit. Face-off's going to come just to the left. Jeff Heil, quick shot there. Nice block pad there by Bianchi. Bianchi out there with Parrish. And also number 7, Mike Anderson. Heavy hit there as Parrish went down into the corner. And the give and go is the matchup here is got DeWeese's line out there against Bianchi's. Out the outside is Hendrickson. He flips it deep into the corner. He'll chase after it. Putting a little pressure on number 19, Ryan Treble. Miller taps it back in. Clear pass. Mark Parrish with a breakaway. Lots of room. Great glove save. Great glove save. Justin Arnold gave about 2 feet on that glove side, but he was sure to cover it and collect his wits as Parrish bored down that left side, stepped to the middle and fired off. A right-handed shooter firing off to that glove side, and Arnold with a great save. Take a look at that. You can see Parrish picks up the puck off the board and just flips it right to that top corner, but Arnold came up with a big save. Puck loose in front. Stepping through. Puck back into the deep corner. Clymer has it. He's down there along with Crowley. Crowley steps to the outside. Tries to get around one man. Parent has him on the other side. Man wide open in front. They fired all the way back down. There'll be no icing as it was fired down by the Jefferson player, number 11, Ian Peterson. He still has it. Puts it off Slindy's pads. Laid off sides. Skogie was going after it. Whole new troop coming out for the Eagles. They step and push it right back in. Ross Dolph leads the way. Quick outlet pass, unable to connect by Chris Dawn. He tried to put it on the stick of Tony Arndt, and they'll have to go back. It's Crowley. He wheels back the out way, comes up the same side, tries to put it on the stick of Parrish, and he goes down hard. Heavy hit. Back the other way. Nice play by the Jefferson forward, number 16, with a great move, Luke Murray. Nice job on the blue line there by Derek Camuel. And back the other way is Treble. He had a great opportunity. He just missed to the far side. It's the shooting gallery right now as Kennedy gets a good opportunity for a whistle. And they'll send out another unit as the third line for the Eagles. Got outworked on that shift. Kind of running around in circles there, Nathan.
Yeah, 4:54 left in the first period, and Kennedy's got to get some momentum going into the second period if they want to come back.
Bianchi's out there. He'll face off against the second unit for the Kennedy Eagles, centered by number 12, Ryan Deweese. Deweese out there on his wings, Steinhoffsen. Also his partner on the other side. Number 16, Chad Hendrickson.
Treble shot it from the point. It might have gotten tipped, I couldn't quite tell.
It looked like a butterfly going to the net, but I think somebody's stick knocked that down. As you watch on the replay, you should be able to see that puck was kind of on end as it went back to the point, and it got tipped half the way up. I'm not exactly sure who tipped that, but it gives a big lead. As you can see it on the half boards, it goes back to the point. Treble shoots it, and somebody deflects it and knocks it down in front to give Jefferson a 3-0 lead. Big lead for the Jaguars, 3 goals in the first 10 minutes to give them a big boost. Kirk Hansen, he'll take it, start it back in his Kennedy zone. He tries to put it up the boards. Parrish has it, he steps in the middle. Another quick shot, just misses on the short side. Puck wide open again in front. Looks like we may have another penalty. One to Kennedy and Jefferson as we see Joey Bianchi and Nate Slindy going off. Both teams will serve 2-minute minors. Have a little 4-on-4 hockey as Kennedy will send out number 17, John Kurtz, and Corey Miller to go against number 16, Luke Murray, and number 8, Mike Skoglund. Play going back the other way. It's Miller. He'll lead it up. He gets back checked as he tried to slide it off to John Kurtz. Kurtz, he tries to pick up on Clymer. Clymer puts it right on the stick. Skoglund, he slides it up. He's out there with Murray. Back the other way now is Miller. Skoglund taps it deep into the corner. Mike Crowley, he'll lead the rush. Put it up on Murray's stick. Back behind is Joe Abrams. Miller leads the rush, taps it on the stick on the outside to Kurtzy. He'll fire it up into the glass. Ends up in the screen and then turns it into double pucks. As there was a puck behind the net that came off at the same time. Must have had one stuck from warm-ups. John Kurtz trying to wheel on the outside, but Mike Crowley keeps him to the outside. And all he was able to do is get a deflection up into the boards. Shot by Deweese right on Hale. Back the other way is Peterson. He tries to fake the shot, puts it on Crowley's stick. He goes to the outside, wheels around. 2 or 3 men in front. Jared Anderson has to cover up behind Justin Arnold, as Crowley had a couple opportunities. Crowley can be quick with that puck. Take a look, you can see Crowley steps up into the middle, fakes to the outside, tries to get it back to his forehand, flips it. Falling in the net and trying to hold it out of the goal is Justin Arnold. Or I should say, number 18, Jared Anderson. Another man wide open in front there is Peterson. 4-on-4 hockey controlled by Clymer at the point. He taps it back. Toby Peterson has it. He holds on and tries to wheel to the outside. Perfect pass.
Great play, great
Crowley
play.
shot in the goal.
Set up by Toby Peterson. Mike Crowley finished it off.
Nice play in front, 4-on-4 hockey, and most of the Kennedy players were standing still. As 2 or 3 quick outlet passes and turn the tide in a hurry is the senior captain and center, number 5, Mike Crowley. As you take a look, it goes back to the point. He slides it right down to the middle. Crowley has it, pulls back to his forehand once again. Exactly the same move as he tried to do on the last play to the other side, except this time he found Arnold down and put it right by him. Gore has it, he goes to the outside. Mike Gore's out there along with number 16, Chad Hendrickson.
Ooh, big hit there.
Hendrickson goes down. Nice hold there and held up by the forward Mike Anderson as he'll lead the rush. Puts it on the stick of number 14 and back to Anderson. Quick outlet pass. Parrish has it at a great point blank angle. But no success. As you take a look at the hit behind the net, Hendrickson lost his stick.
Josh DeWolf with the hit there.
Upends him. Puts him down. Back on the ice is Bianchi and Nate Slindy. They finish there. Time for the penalties. And we're going to have a face-off deep inside the Kennedy zone. Just 2:23 remaining in the first period. From the Bloomington Ice Gardens, this is Mark Hultgren with Nathan and Jesse Hall on the Bloomington Educational Cable Channels 32 and 34, the Station of Champions. Big shot there from the point by number 14, Josh DeWolf. Kirk Hansen takes a penalty down in front. Got a little frustrated on that one and was pulled down originally by Parrish. And as Parrish held him down in the corner, you can see the play down in front. Kirk Hansen's got him down on his back. And as they get up, he pulls him down again. Kirk Hansen will go off 2 minutes and already down by 4 goals. Kennedy stands to put themselves out of it already.
So now what Kennedy Eagles wanted to do at the end of this first period, give Jefferson a chance to get a 5-0 lead going into the second period.
Power play unit out there for Jefferson. They've got their second unit out. Mike Skoglund along with Murray. Murray has an open shot, tries to flip it to the upper corner, and it's fired all the way back to the outside. Nice job on the half boards by Peterson. Great play there. Jared Anderson used his body to deflect the man away down in the corner.
Jeff Healy hasn't had much action here. Makes a big stop.
There's some stuff going on down in the corner there. As you can take a look from your side camera, you can see the first punch thrown by the Jefferson player as well as Jared Anderson. And we're going to have a penalty. I don't know if both players are going off, but there's definitely a penalty as you take a look. Great play by Jared Anderson. He uses his body, slides the stick over to Miller. Miller used his body then to hold the guy and takes a quick shot on the goaltender. What a great opportunity and a great penalty kill there for the Eagles. Jared Anderson and Corey Miller doing an outstanding job of killing that penalty, creating some good offense and well-needed offense. Found an open break and almost cashed in, but the goaltender Jeff Hale did an outstanding job to keep in front of that one and take away the opportunity. Penalty now to number 19 for Jefferson. Ryan Treble goes off for the hit in the corner on Jared Anderson. And also Jared Anderson goes to the box. They get a little retaliation penalty at the same time. 3-on-4 hockey. Jefferson has the advantage. Minute and 26 seconds remaining. Slindy tries to throw it down, unable to do so. He has the puck though as he regains it. Flips it back in on the goaltender. Murray tries to throw a hit on him as he throws it in. Play in the neutral zone. Heavy hit there as Miller goes down. Little heavy hitting back on both sides by each team right now. They flip it all the way down. Miller will go off for a line change, and back to get it is Peterson. Brian DeWeese comes out. Skogie throws it deep into the corner, slides all the way around. Arnold not able to get it. Skoglund fires it to the far side where Bianchi will take it in. He'll set up, still 4-on-3 hockey. Right back to Bianchi. Quick shot, DeWeese has it though, he picks it up. Justin Arnold doing a nice job of getting his body in front of that one. One last rush, just 20 seconds remaining in this period. The puck is back, Bianchi right on his stick, he puts it right on Crowley's stick. Quick shot, deflected off some skates. That should be at the end of the period here unless Crowley can hold it in, and he does. There may be an opportunity for one last shot. 5 seconds remaining. Comes down, he wheels behind, and that could be the end of it. As the buzzer rings to end the end of the first period. And what a period it was for the Jefferson hockey team. Kennedy did kill off that last penalty though and hold them to just 4 goals, as they had a good opportunity to make it 5-0 as Kennedy took a penalty with just 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in this, the first period. Nathan, I tell you, Jefferson definitely had an outstanding period as they dominated playing that one.
Yeah, they have a great passing team, and they set up well in front of the net to get great opportunities, and then they put them away with their high scorers on the team.
Get a little chance here now as we'll have a break in the action. We'll be back with the second period from the Bloomington Ice Gardens. As soon as we come back, we'll give you the stats and updates on that first period. This has been the Bloomington Educational Cable Channels 32 and 34, the Station of Champions. We'll be right back.
My mother said I was too much trouble. She threw me out. It's pretty terrible out here. I wish I could go back home if they take me. I just don't know what else to do.
Wherever you are, Covenant House can get you help. Call us on the 9 line. It's free. 1-800-999-9999.
Covenant House.
Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Gardens. Mark Haltern here along with Jesse Hall as we get ready for the second period of ice hockey between the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles and the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars on the Bloomington Educational Cable Channels 32 and 34, the Station of Champions. Jesse, welcome up to the booth. Maybe you can give us a quick rundown on that last period real quickly here. At least get started on it before we start the second period.
We'll start it off. We got shots on goal. Kennedy had 7 shots on goal with 7 saves. So Jefferson, 21 shots on against Kennedy and 17 saves for Arnold.
All right, well, we'll get back into the rest statistics from that period, but we are ready. And action is set here for the second period. So as a draw is won, we've got both teams 4-on-4. Heavy hit there at the neutral zone. Hopefully this doesn't turn into a slugfest. We saw a little chippy hockey and a lot more hitting towards the end of that first period. And hopefully that won't continue as we can have a good high skating hockey game. We've just got 2 seconds left on those penalties. Quick outlet pass. Anderson comes out of the box. Immediately gains control of the puck, and Parent tries to hold it back into the zone. We're gonna have a face-off just over the blue line. for Jefferson. Jefferson on the left of your screen, going right to left. This play goes back down the other way. It's Mike Skoglund. Skogie tries to work it through, but it's Slindy who picks it back up. Quick pass there by Ian Peterson. It's a glove save by Justin Arnold. Arnold comes out, does a nice job there of getting in front as a quick shot was snapped off. Play going to be just to the left of the goaltender Justin Arnold, deep inside the Kennedy zone. 4-0 Kennedy, 14-13 remaining in the second period as we just get underway here. Quick shot there from the point, deflected into the corner there by Ryan Treble. Pair shot there along with Bianchi and number 7, Mike Anderson. They're controlling play right now. Slindy tries to do a partner pass, but it's a quick shot from the point there by number 14, Josh DeWolf. Bianchi taps it back. It's DeWeese that's going to start it back up. He's got a 3-on-2 if they can control it, but DeWolf does a nice job of holding him there at the blue line, and he dumps it back down and all the way in. Heavy hit there on Bianchi by number 5, Matt Parent. Quick outlet pass. It's Bianchi that comes away with it. He steps up. Nice pass to Parrish. Parrish can't control. Tries to slide it back to Bianchi, who was wide open at the side of the goal, but unable to connect it in. Great give and go there. Back the other way is Miller. Miller coming down on DeWolf. He slides it across. He goes down hard back behind the boards. Corey Miller's down. He tries to get back up. Gets stuck there by Miller. Miller's going to go off for a high sticking call. Miller got hit behind the boards, was looking for a penalty of his own. As he got back up, he decided to throw a heavy stick into the defenseman behind the net there, and he'll take a 2-minute interference penalty. Little frustration there out of Corey Miller. Goes into the boards and comes back up with his stick flying. Not a good play by Miller behind the net,
no,
Jess.
Especially with the start of the first period, they had a lot of penalties, and as you can see, the score is 4-0 in Jefferson's favor. It's definitely hurting them. See what they can do. If they can hold them off this for the next 2 minutes, they'll be in good shape.
Nice play behind there. Jared Anderson has it and fires it all the way up, but it's held in at the blue line. Another hit along the boards there. Looks like Kennedy's going to take another penalty. It's going to be John Kurtz going off. Held in on the blue line there by number 19, Ryan Treble. Looks like a cross-checking penalty. Or interference penalty, maybe. Going to number 17, John Kurtz. Jesse, did you happen to see that one?
No, I didn't. To be honest, it looks like Justin Arnold's going to have to come up big here in the next. He's got 2 minutes here with 3-on-5. Not going to be tough, but he's come up big before.
They're going to send out DeWeese to try to kill off this 5-on-3 opportunity for Jefferson. The interference happened down deep in the corner, so we were unable to find out exactly what happened there, but we heard a heavy hit and a roar from the crowd as Jefferson controls it deep inside the Kennedy zone. They set it back. Ian Peterson. Right back to Toby Peterson. Quick shot. Nice save there by Justin Arnold. Mike Anderson has it. He's put it back to Crowley to Bianchi. Peterson is wide open at the side there. Toby Peterson, he wheels back and puts it on the stick of Anderson. Crowley to Bianchi. Great shot. Great save. Boy, I'll tell you, they worked that in tightly. They got a nice tight circle in there and give and go back and forth. They've got the man who they're trying to get the puck to. Looked like on that play was either Toby Peterson on the left side of the goaltender, Justin Arnold, or otherwise on the other side, the man who got it was Bianchi, who was ready to fire it the second he touched the puck.
When you're playing a team like Jefferson, one of the things you don't want to do is get a penalty because they seem to be a great pass team and they get the shot off where it's good percentage zone. They're going in.
Crowley has it at the point. They set up an umbrella at the top. 3-man across. Bianchi has it. Wide open opportunity. He misses wide, but a great job to hold it in there by Toby Peterson, the freshman coming up huge. Puts it back on Bianchi's skate. Wide open on the far side was Anderson. He was unable to get the puck into the net. He reorganizes. They still control. 40 seconds remaining. We take a look at the clock. Wasn't going for most of that action. Looks like we're having a little problem down here. The clock was not running, and therefore Kennedy was serving the 2 penalties without having any time expire, giving Jefferson another great opportunity to score 5-on-3. Now they're going to try to figure out about, in their estimation, how much time was gone. As you take a look, it says 36 seconds and 1:13 on the second penalty to number 17, John Kurtz. They may let that clock run down even a few more seconds as Kennedy was doing an outstanding job of getting it back together and trying to hold that rush off. They had several opportunities. Goalie Justin Arnold for Kennedy came up big. Now as they adjust the clock, looks like they're bringing it down below 20 seconds on the first penalty, or right at 21 seconds. 59 seconds on the second penalty. Out there to kill it, he is number 8 for Kennedy, Brent Hallberg. Haven't heard much from Brent Hallberg today. Quick shot there, Parrish, just off the post, deflected across. Bianchi will have it. He'll put it back to Crowley. Crowley looks to the outside, fires it back to Bianchi. Wide open, nobody in front. Crowley takes it. Bianchi, quick shot, kick, save there. Justin Arnold with a good job. Brett Hallberg walks back out to the point and holds him off. 2 men across. Puck wide open in front. Bianchi can't get it, and Miller comes back on the ice. Miller out there. Now it's 5-on-4. Crowley, he'll hold it. He'll wind up. Hallberg takes a look. It goes right back on the stick. Crowley slides it, tipped across the front there. Number 21, Parrish, was wide open. Nice job as Miller slides it back and Parent fires it all the way down. Fast clearing pass, breakout type action, but it's back the other way. Here comes Anderson. Quick shot, great save there by Arnold. And it's fired all the way down and around. What a job there by Joey Bianchi. Stopped 3 tries by Jared Anderson to get it out of the zone, as well as John Kurtz. Great 5-on-3 opportunity for Jefferson, but Kennedy does the job. They hold him off. Got a wide wing breaking pass. Jared Anderson was all alone, but it went too high and he was unable to catch it, and we all have an icing call, and we'll bring it all the way back.
Quick tripping call on Jefferson number 7, Mike Anderson. 2 minutes and 9:57 left to play in the second period.
As you take a look at the replay, you can see the trip coming down in front there, and the Kennedy player was sent free down the outside there. If you'd have knocked that play down, play wouldn't have been stopped until Jefferson touched the puck, even though they had a penalty coming. The play does not stop as long as the team that's going to receive the power play opportunity controls the puck. Matt Perrin will lead the rush. He puts it on the stick of Slindy. He's out there along with Miller, DeWeese, and Anderson, and they can't quite get on sides as they cross the line a little bit early. And they're going to have a face-off and a stoppage of play just outside the Jefferson blue line. Killing the penalty now for Jefferson, Luke Murray, along with number 19, Ryan Treble, Mike Skoglund, and also Josh DeWolf. Luis flips it down deep into the corner, 5-on-3. Skogie will go along with DeWeese, he'll hold on to it, tries to flip it down low, and Scoglin will fire it back into the neutral zone. Little kick save. Miller will have to go back into the corner. He goes in there along with DeWolf. Slindy back to Parent. Parent wide open, big shot. Tipped in front there by Miller, but a great save by Hale. He came up big. Josh DeWolf was down in front. Josh, just a sophomore defenseman. Comes from a hockey family. If you take a look at the replay, you can see the puck going down into the corner. DeWolf holding off the one man. It goes back to the point, and Parent takes a big shot, and Miller tries to tip it in front, but he gets pushed away once again by DeWolf. As I was saying, DeWolf, his father was a high school hockey coach for several years at Minneapolis Roosevelt, my assistant hockey coach there, and then went on also to coach the Washburn Millers. After graduating from Augsburg College, playing his hockey there, and Roosevelt High School himself. So Josh DeWolf comes from a great hockey family. Play resumes. We've got Clymer behind the net. He passes it, puts it on the stick of number 5, Mike Crowley. Battle down deep in the corner. Looks like Parent's got him from the outside as he tries to push the man up the boards. It slid all the way across, wide open. Kirk Hansen was out there. Crowley with a nice job. Pitcher, perfect pass on the stick of number 15, Joey Bianchi. And it looks like Kennedy's right back into the same boat. Is they're going to get a penalty. Number 5, Matt Parent, for interference down in front. And that should nullify the power plays. You can see one hit as they try to slow Crowley down on the outside. As they come down in front, you can see Parent knocks Crowley down again. Puts him deep into the zone there with a power play opportunity coming up in 23 seconds for Jefferson. It'll be 4-on-4 for the meantime. Too many penalties. 4-on-4 hockey. Brett Hallberg, he races down the outside, loses the puck, and it's tapped right back the other way as it'll be controlled by Joe Ibram in the Kennedy zone. Puts it on Slindy's stick, back to Brett Hallberg. Ridden off the play there was Slindy. Quick shot, nice blocking save there by number 14, Josh DeWolf. He slid across, and he'll lead the rush back the other way. Coming down the outside, we've got Murray. Murray goes around the defenseman, has a lot of room. He go all the way behind, look for a man coming through the slot, slides it back. Wide open at the corner of the net was number 22, Derek Camuel. He wasn't able to get his stick down on the puck. Hale has it and fires it all the way down. Starting back is Kirk Hansen for the Eagles. Everybody makes a line change as they fire it all the way down. Trying to kill off some of the 54 seconds left in the power play opportunity for Jefferson. Mike Crowley taps it up the boards. Down the outside comes Mike Anderson. Tries to pull the outside. He loses it off the stick there. Jared Anderson has it. Back on Mike Anderson's stick for Jefferson. Man wide open is Crowley at the point as he slides to the middle looking for the puck. As they rotate, they're back inside, running corner circles deep down inside. It's Crowley out at the point. He's high. Over to the outside, back is Bianchi. He tries to pull around, but picked up. There was Kirk Hansen. He couldn't get it out, and Crowley once again weaves it right on the stick of Peterson. Shot in the goal. Shot in the goal, number 10. Toby Peterson with a great pass from number 5, Mike Crowley.
That's Toby Peterson's second goal of the game. Could be looking for a hat trick this game.
What are some of the scoring? Do you have any, as we take a look at the replay, you can see him camped at the side of the net there, but it goes out to the high slot. Held in there by Crowley as 2 Kennedy players had it. He throws it out to the slot, and boom, shot in the goal. as it hit the upper part of the net. And Toby Peterson, the freshman, super freshman, gets his second goal of the game. Back into the corner, Skoglund has it for Jefferson. Clymer back at the point. But it's Chad Hendrickson who fires it back up the middle. Played, dominated right now by Jefferson as they just get off their power play opportunity. Give and go. Henderson leaves it back to Skoglund. Man wide open in the slot. That was Crowley. Nobody around to take him. Toby Peterson controls it. Clymer steps down. He slides on the outside. And Kennedy has no choice but to fire it all the way down. Kennedy had their third unit out trying to kill off a little time and rest up the rest of their troops. With just 5:45 remaining in the second period from the Bloomington Ice Gardens, it's the Bloomington Educational Cable Channels 32 and 34, the Station of Champions. Little summary maybe, Jesse, of that first period. You got the scoring on how that one came out?
Well, we know that Toby Peterson, like I said a second ago, got 2 goals. And we can get that in a second for you. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Play dump back down into the Jefferson zone. Controlled there by number 4, Chris Lenton. First time we've seen Chris out on the ice tonight. Play back the other way. It could be a breakaway opportunity for Steinhoffson. Quick shot, great save there by Hale. Another quick play. Gore has it. He controls and fires it deep into the zone. Going back the other way is Hallberg. He wheels back the other way. He's down in the corner. Handled there now, is back the other way is number 19 for Kennedy, Kirk Hansen. Nice job there by Lenton, coming back the other way. Play deep into the corner, Lenton has it, he controls. Parent tries to jam up the outside. Nice job now by Kennedy as their third unit came on. Now their first unit comes back out, gets a good opportunity. Heil will pick it up in the corner. And we're going to have a face-off just to his left with 4:26 remaining in the second period. Maybe a little update now, Jesse, on those first period scoring.
First period scoring, excuse me, we had number 8 for Jefferson, Mike Skoglund got a goal. Number 5-15 on the second goal had 2 assists. Number 5-15. Number 10, Toby Peterson for his first goal. Number 19, Ryan Treble got a goal in this first period also. Then in the second, we had Toby Peterson once again, scoring his second goal of the game.
Play back the other way. Deweese tries to get it through his legs. He slides it back over to Jared Anderson. He wasn't able to catch the puck as he goes through. Picking up the puck, sliding it back the other way and through the neutral zone. Bianchi puts a perfect pass. Breakaway opportunity there, but he caught it behind him. Was number 7 there, Mike Anderson. Perfect pass. But he was unable to hold on. Face off now just outside the Kennedy blue line, number 16 Hendrickson. Crowley has it though for Jefferson. 3 guys over there for Kennedy. They slide it across, man wide open is Clymer on the far side for Jefferson. He gets it back at the point, takes a quick shot, deflected down in front. Back on Ben Clymer's stick. He puts it back to Crowley. Clymer will start it back down the outside. Play goes all the way down. Shot off the boards. There'll be no icing as Jeff Heil hangs on and sets it behind. Crowley will lead the way. Breakaway opportunity here for Toby Peterson in the hat trick, but he passes it off. Right on the stick of number 11, Ian Peterson, but he wasn't able to control it. Toby Peterson has it back to the point. Clymer takes it and taps it back to him. Go the other way. It's flipped all the way down, and we're going to have an icing call. Is Kennedy just trying to regroup and get a little break here?
Jefferson really seems to be putting the pressure on in the last 3 minutes here of this game. They're not letting up one bit. Justin Arnold looked good in the net. The last little rush they had there, he was ready. He didn't have to make the save, but he was ready in case the shot got off.
Taking a look there at the Kennedy fans. 2:44 left in this second period. Kennedy just allowing 1 goal so far this period, even though they were on a 5-3 disadvantage for 2 minutes of the period. Play back to the point there. Tapped in by the defenseman Chris Lenton. Lenton out there along with number 19, Ryan Treble. Hallberg takes it and fires it down. Open on a wide wing there was number 14, Steve Steinhoffson. Offsides there is Kirk Hansen, unable to hold his own as he stepped in at the same time and got leveled by Ryan Treble and Steinhoffson and Hallberg. One of those two seemed to be coming in at the exact same time. So there was nobody home to take over. Miller out there to take the draw along with number 15, Luke Murray. As the first puck was dropped, official unhappy with the way that one resulted. He'll drop it again. Draw hammered and neutral die there. Number 11, Nate Slindy, the senior defenseman for Kennedy. Puck goes all the way into the neutral zone. Miller has it. He's met by a couple of Jefferson players. Hard blast from the outside. Lenton unable to hold it in, and it goes all the way down. Jefferson puts on a good opportunity there as it's deflected up. Miller has it. He loses it as it just goes in front, and Hale comes up with the save. Back the other way, breakaway. Offsides. This was a perfect pass from Murray on the stick of Derek Camuel, the senior forward. Unable to make that connection, but they had a great opportunity as it was just off by a stride. With 1:26 left in the second period on the Bloomington Educational Cable Channels 32 and 34, the Station of Champions. Tony Bianchi out there along with Murray and Parrish. Arnold will set it back for Kirk Hansen. Couple of heavy hits in front. Bianchi wide open. He lost it off his skates. Goes, rings it around the outside. Quick little give and go there. And tap back into the neutral zone. It's going to be Murray going at it with Hansen. Nice play by Parrish. He knocks it down, slides it across. Held in the point there by Crowley. He steps across 2 men and still gets a shot off. Looks like we got a couple more penalties coming up with just 42 seconds remaining. One to number 13, Joe Ibram of Kennedy, and also to number 7, Mike Anderson of Jefferson. Bianchi has the face-off deep down into the corner. He'll go against Miller. Back with the puck is Bianchi. Nice give and go right on the stick of Crowley. But it's tapped down right in front. Parent has it. He controls it and fires it all the way around. Jared Anderson. Clymer was starting to step up on him, but Crowley handles it in the neutral zone. He'll wheel back the other way. Nice control. Give and go there. Pass it across. Parrish, quick shot just off to the side. 18 seconds remaining. Crowley one more time. Another quick shot, few seconds left in the period. Bianchi out there. 4 seconds remaining. Won't be enough time for this play to develop. No goal. Great opportunity there, but no goal as time had gone off the clock. Play had run out with about 3 seconds as they were going down. Therefore, there was no goal. And at the end of 2 periods, it's 5-0. Nathan, maybe we can get a summary of that second period before we get ready for the third.
Yeah, the penalties in that period, Mike Anderson got 2 for Jefferson for a total of 4 minutes in that period. And Kennedy had 4 penalties for a total of 8 minutes. There's 1 goal in that period scored by Jefferson's Toby Peterson, his second of the game. Assisted by Joe Bianchi and Mike Crowley, who assisted the first goal also. Shots on goal, Jefferson had 11, and Kennedy had 7. Again, Jefferson's goalie stopped all 7 shots.
All right, well, that's a wrap-up of the second period. We'll be back in 1 minute with the start of the third from the Bloomington Ice Gardens on BEC, the Station of Champions. We'll be right back.
This is David.
Oh, hi.
This is what David's done. David went to college. Annapolis. David taught himself to play piano, the sax, even the bagpipes. Well, maybe not the bagpipes. David was NBA Rookie of the Year. He's also been to the Olympics twice. David even became a naval officer. David's sure done a lot. But you know one thing David's never done?
Drugs.
David doesn't do drugs. Maybe that's why he's done so much.
Welcome back to the Bloomington Ice Gardens. I'm Mark Holtgren along with Jesse Hall. We'll be bringing you the third period of hockey between the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars and the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles. We just got done watching the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars cheerleading squad take over as they leave the ice. They're led by the outstanding cheerleading abilities of, I guess it's Casey Stull, Christy Eggert, Anna Turnquist, Nikki Erickson, Dana Wallenberg, and Sherry Walsh, as well as their mascot, and a few other of the cheerleaders also out there with them today. It's a nice large group of cheerleaders that they have. They have 10 cheerleaders out there, 2 mascots. As you can see, a quick glimpse of them from the corner. As both teams come onto the ice, we're going to be about ready. The dance line's starting to fire up for the Eagles. As they come back onto the play, you can see the players coming out and warming up a little bit. The cheerleaders both out in front here still. Got dance line up there for Kennedy. Kennedy Colleen, state champions the past 2 years for the Minnesota Dance Line competition. The goalie Justin Arnold as he prepares and gets ready. Jeff Hale working on another shutout. He's had a few already this year. Been a great stand-up leader for the Jaguars. Kennedy doing their cheerleading as well. Cheerleaders for Kennedy: Missy Jo Nelson, Jody Hanna, Jenny Cossey, Kim Jones, Anja Maneno, Heidi Erickson, and Amy Besswinger. Amy, I normally try to get that name right as you take a look at Amy and the rest of them on the far side there. Kim Jones in the background. Amy Besswinger.
Well, we're going to start this period off with 32 shots total on Jefferson and 14 shots for Kennedy. Almost double, or actually a little over double on the shots. See if Kennedy can keep their penalty minutes down. So far, they've had way too many penalties. It seems they had first period they had 10 minutes worth of penalties. Jefferson had 4. Once again, Kennedy doubled them in that. In penalty minutes.
We're going to start off the period 4-on-4. As Kennedy will send out Corey Miller to take the draw against number 15, Joey Bianchi, the leading scorer for the Jefferson hockey team. He rated number 2 in the state. Who are some of the other leading scorers we've got so far this year, Nate?
Mark Parrish of Bloomington Jefferson and Joe Bianchi.
There are a couple of top scorers for Jefferson. Who's leading the state right now in scoring?
Jeremy Erickson of Wadena.
Scoring race tightens up, I'll tell you, this time of year. Some of the teams go through those Christmas tournaments, getting a lot of points. It's amazing how fast they add up. Wadena already has 41 points, Erickson from Wadena does this year. Crowley has it at the point. He fires far side to Parrish. Parrish wasn't able to get it, but it's Clymer with a huge shot. The super sophomore fired one right on goal. Back the other way. Crowley against Miller. Wide wing pass. Jared Anderson has it. He loses it, and Crowley returns back the other way. He circles and pivots and takes off. Lots of speed. He's wide open now. He'll fake to the outside, try to cut across the middle. Releases one hand, but loses the puck on the Slindy stick. And it's fired all the way around where Clymer will have to hold it in. He loses it. Here comes Miller on a breakaway. Look out. Miller and Crowley. Great save there. Corey Miller really didn't put on that extra burst of speed, and rather than trying to cut across and go far post, which would have gave him a great opportunity, he elected to stay to the outside, which gave Heil a great opportunity to just hug the pipe.
Jeff Heil, the top-rated goaltender right now in high school hockey. He has.
If you take a look at the replay, you can see Miller stays to the outside. Crowley kind of came back across this way and let him release. Miller, if he was able to skate across the front of the crease, maybe create a little havoc, he can take an opportunity, maybe the guy pulling you down and the puck going in through the commotion in front. But once you go to the outside, you leave yourself with very little opportunity and an easy save there for the goaltender. Both teams back at full strength, 4-on-4. Hard shot from the point there by number 19 from Jefferson.
Ryan Treble.
Face-off won there by Jefferson, held inside the zone. Tapped in by the skate there, number 11, Ian Peterson. Quick outlet pass was DeWeese all the way open on the outside, but he'll go into the corner now with Chris Lenton. Tapped up the boards there by DeWolf. Play still going on. Nice man wide open on the outside. Quick shot and a goal! Shot in the goal with a great pass. DeWolf slid it across. Man wide open. On the outside was number 14, Steve Steinhoffson, as Kennedy gets on the board with 13 minutes remaining. As you take a look at the replay, you can see DeWeese has it. Perfect pass and a one-time effort just past the upper stick side of the goaltender, Jeff Hale, and that'll take care of the shutout. As Kennedy breaks the ice, 2 minutes into the third period.
Jefferson lost last week to Blake to stop their 60-game winning streak. Although they do have 2 championships in a row and they'll try to go for 3, that's a big record that got broken.
Back the other way on the outside is Chris Dawn. He'll go after it, but it's Clymer that gets to it first. Puck wide open there as it gets knocked down in the corner. Good job defensively by Tony Arndt there as he holds the zone. Hendrickson had it but lost it. And here comes Murray down the outside. He's got 2 men with him. Tried to slide it across as he had 2 players on the outside and wasn't able to make that pass. We got a heavy hit from behind for Jefferson. And And we're going to have a face-off deep inside the Jefferson zone with a penalty coming up to number 17, Ross Dolph. Just in case you were listening to the cheerleaders' names who I mentioned earlier for Jefferson, I picked up the wrong cheerleading squad. As you take a look at that Slindy play in the back, you can see the heavy hit there on number 16, Hendrickson, as he went down. Kennedy will go on the power play. But the cheerleaders for Jefferson, Beth Blackinger, Erin Urs, Tiffany Gaston. Shot in the goal. Short-handed goal there. Joey Bianchi. What a play. Joey Bianchi picks up the puck, goes in short-handed, and gives Jefferson a 6-1 lead. Ben Clymer with a nice play.
Joey Bianchi, the leading scorer on the team, picks up 2 assists earlier today. He gets a goal to cap off a good night.
Miller back out there along with Bianchi. Play behind. Clymer has it. He's down in there. Puck's wide open in front, but it's knocked back down the other way. Here comes Parrish and Bianchi again.
2-on-1. Great pass to Bianchi. Open that shot to goal. Mike Crowley from Bianchi.
What a play. Mike Crowley follows that play up perfectly. As we came down, it was a 2-on-1, turned into a 3-on-1 as the trailer, Mike Crowley, knocked home the loose puck. Parrish slid it over to Bianchi. He circled back the other way, fed it into the slot, and wide open with nobody after him was Crowley. So we're going to take a look at the last 2 goals. We'll get a look at that replay. You can see the heavy hit there. Puck goes all the way down, slides across, comes to the inside. What a great move by Joey Bianchi to give Jefferson a 6-1 lead. Now on the second goal that you just seen, it was a 2-on-1. Parrish slides it over to Bianchi. He wheels back, throws it down in the slot, and coming up the middle is Mike Crowley.
For 2 shorthanded goals in the last, couldn't have been more than a half a minute.
Josh Duval has it. They'll fire it all the way down on the goalie Justin Arnold. Nate Slindy has it. He'll try to reorganize. Brent Hallberg leads the way. Can't quite handle that puck. It's back the other way. Here comes Steinhoffson. He gets pulled down. Puck still loose in front. Nice job there. Tapped up the boards by Peterson. He puts it on the stick of Skoglund. Skoglund wheels back. He's got a man wide open, but it's a 1-on-1. Brian DeWeese against Josh DeWolf. Quick shot fired over the top of the net as he had Brett Hallberg with him. Back to the point. Kirk Hansen, quick shot. Another save. Nice job by Jeff Heil down in front. Steinhoffson battles DeWolf as the 2 battle in front. They hold up each other, and there really isn't any winners on that one. As I was saying, some of the other cheerleaders, Nikki Knopf, Sarah Kummer, Kathy Kapinski, Nikki Meyer, Chris Otto, Becky Rice, and Michelle Stover. Those are the Jefferson cheerleaders you saw at the start of this 3rd period. Got a few of those names hopefully right. But we want to include them because they are a very important part of the hockey programs from both of these schools. They put in lots of hours to try to prepare for these games and get their fans cheered up. Back the other way comes Jefferson. Quick shot there, deflected into the corner as Derek Hamuel gets taken out. Mike Gore, he'll give chase, but it should be an icing call. Mike Gore, number 6, the senior wing. Real feisty young player. Very aggressive. Got good wheels. An opportunity out there. Now comes the starting unit for Kennedy with Miller, Jared Anderson, and John Kurtz. Back to the point, wide open on the far side. Lenton, he takes a quick shot. Great save.
Off the post, and Arnold jumped on right after bouncing off the post in front.
Take a look at that replay. You can see the puck is tied up along the boards. Gets thrown back to the point and immediately makes a partner pass and a quick shot by Lenton just off the leg of the goaltender, Justin Arnold. Curtsy to the outside, and it's deflected up across by Miller as he was cutting across the middle and up into the netting behind the goaltender, Jeff Hale. Face-off will come just to his right, or his left, I should say.
4 of the goals tonight scored by 2 players. Number 5, Mike Crawley, has 2 goals, and Toby Peterson has 2 goals also for Jefferson.
Miller out there, he's facing off against number 10, Toby Peterson. Skoglund has it in the corner, flips it up the boards, fired all the way back down by number 9, Dave Gorgon. Gorgon will go in the corner along with Skoglund. They battle down in there. Jared Anderson has it. He tries to slide it out to Miller. Tapped right back in front. Jared Anderson. Skoglund will go in there along with John Kurtz. Nice job by Ben Clymer to hold it in the zone for Jefferson. Bergen has it.
Toby Peterson almost got the hat trick on that shot, but was tipped away.
Toby Peterson, the freshman forward from Jefferson, 2 goals already tonight. He'll be an outstanding hockey player if he continues at the pace he's set so far for himself. Just 6 minutes and 31 seconds remaining from the Bloomington Ice Gardens on BEC, the Station of Champions. Channels 32 and 34. If you'd like to get a copy of any of these games or other games that we've done, you can always call 885-8491, and they'll give you details on this game or any other ones you may want to get duplications of, because duplicate tapes are always available. Heavy hit there as Hallberg plows into the goaltender. Face off out there. Deweese is going to take the draw along with Murray. Slendy has it and slides it into the neutral zone. Nice job there jamming the zone by Hansen. Picked up in the neutral zone and taken back by Camuel. Puck stills deep in the zone. There's Kennedy's Kirk Hansen will fire it behind. Quick outlet pass. Brian DeWeese. He'll skate through the middle and look both sides. Takes a quick shot. Nice save there by Hale. Puck is loose. Dawn has it in the corner for Kennedy. He tries to flip it back to Parent. He holds it in the zone. Going down there to make the save is number 3, Ryan Maxson for Jefferson. Both teams are putting all their players on the ice, giving everybody an opportunity to play. Puck goes all the way down. We'll have a stoppage of play. 3:29 left from the Bloomington Ice Gardens. The score, Bloomington Jefferson 7, Bloomington Kennedy 1. It's all but a matter of time before this one's over. This one was over about halfway through the first period as Jefferson jumped to an early 3-goal lead. Kennedy took a few penalties, gave up some opportunities there, and then got a couple of costly penalties this period, as well as a power play opportunity, and then gave up 2 shorthanded goals to give Jefferson a 6-goal lead. Play back down the outside, number 17, Ross Dolph. Dolph fires it all the way back down. They'll go off for a wholesale line change. Kennedy will come back. Joe Abram will lead the way. It's missed by everybody there in the neutral zone. Hale will set it up behind.
Jefferson's showing why in this game. We're rated number 1, now rated number 2. And maybe they can repeat for the 3rd straight title this year.
Puck still loose in front. Nice play there by Miller. So he had a good opportunity. Gave a little give and go with his partner there on the half boards. He walked in, thought he had one there.
Penalty coming up. Number 10, Kennedy. Corey Miller.
Miller's going to go off along with number 19 for Jefferson, Ryan Treble. Miller started it out by hitting Treble a little high, and Treble retaliated afterwards. Otherwise, Jefferson would have been at another power play opportunity as Miller had the initial penalty. Four-on-four hockey for the remainder minute and 15 seconds left of this hockey game. Nice defensive play there by number 6, Ben Clymer, as Hallberg tried to walk in around him. Another quick shot. Great save there by Heil. Wide open in front. There's number 6, Mike Gores. He was looking for a rebound. Running time, 7-1. .20 seconds remaining here from the Bloomington Ice Gardens, where I believe the final score should end up. Bloomington Jefferson 7, Bloomington Kennedy 1. Kennedy will just dump it down, or Jefferson will dump it down and just kind of let the clock run out here. Hopefully, but keep everybody safe. 7 seconds remaining. Another quick little shot. Puck goes into the corner. And that's the end of the hockey game.
Jefferson shows that they are the better team this year in the Bloomington area.
Maybe we can get a quick summary of the highlights from that period.
Goal by Josh DeWolf.
Number 14, Josh DeWolf.
No, that's Steve Steinolfson.
Steve Steinolfson for Kennedy. Gets the first goal there for Kennedy to break the shutout.
Then Jefferson scored 2 shorthanded goals, one by Joe Bianchi and the other by Mike Crawley. There's 2 penalties for Jefferson that period for 4 minutes and 1 for Kennedy for 2 minutes.
This has been Mark Hultgren along with Nathan Hultgren and Jesse Hall from the Bloomington Ice Gardens. With the final score, Bloomington Jefferson 7, the Bloomington Kennedy Eagles 1. Thank you for watching the Bloomington Educational Cable Channels 32 and 34, the Station of Champions, and good night.